Well, hey guys, Juan here. Thanks for stopping by my channel and checking out this video. So if you're watching this, I imagine you're in the market to buy this particular soundbar here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts of using this thing for a month on just about an everyday basis and tell you what I think about it. Now this particular soundbar, Sony is dubbing it as the soundbar that does everything. Now the great thing about this soundbar is everything is built into it. So it is a 2.1 channel soundbar, so it does have that good sound quality that is much better than what you would get out of some television speakers. It's got that 2.1 technology in there. Everything's built in. Your bass is on the bottom. You see how it's got that booming bass right there? It's got the speakers coming out here, and then on the sides it's got the subwoofers that are completely built in. So if you're watching movies or TV shows or anything like that, this soundbar is going to enhance your movie watching experience. Now the thing that I really like about it is how the size on this thing. It easily fits into just about any home you have. As you can tell here, I've got this kind of a cheaper TV. It's not one that's real expensive. It's a Toshiba Fire TV, but it fits right in between the legs there perfectly. And the height of it gets right there to where it's not obstructing any of the view of the TV. So it's perfect size for this particular setup. And I think that it would be a good size for just about any TV out there. So my favorite thing is that low profile design. Now the other thing that I really like about this thing is the way it looks. It's just a cool looking sound bar. I would have to say it's probably my favorite looking sound bar of all those out there. Sorry Samsung, this one does look a little bit better. The top of this thing is a plastic, but it does have that leather look. So even though it is plastic, to touch it, you feel it is plastic, but it does look like a piece of leather that's all the way on the top of it. And then the front of it here does have that industrial, like metal grill that makes it look mean and tough, I guess you could say. It's just a good looking soundbar. Now one of the best things about this thing is that the subwoofers are built in. Everything is connected into one unit. Thus you don't have any extra boxes or any extra need for cables or anything. Everything is compact and designed to be right here on the top of your, wherever you're mounted it, whether it be a TV stand or a dresser like mine. Now the connectivity of this thing is super simple. They make pairing it with your TV easy peasy. Now the way I've got this hooked up is with an optical cable. So it's just one single optical cable, which I kind of prefer. It's always preference if somebody wants to hook up with an HDMI cable or an optical cable. I always choose the optical cable. Hooked up into an optical cable, and then it's got a power cable that's hooked into it. That's all I needed to get this thing hooked up. Now, if you do have a Sony TV, it will be a little bit better and a little bit easier for you, because then you can take maybe use that HDMI ARC input that is in the back of this thing, and then hook that into your TV, and then it automatically recognize because it's Sony to Sony. Mine's Toshiba to Sony. So one of the big negatives, I mean, I'm going to give you my honest review here, whether, you know, the things I do like and things I don't like. One of the things I don't like about this thing is I do have to use two remotes. So when I turn on the TV, and then, you know, if I'm accessing, you know, Netflix, YouTube, or Disney Plus there, I do have to use the Sony soundbar remote to turn it up and down. Now another way that you can connect this soundbar to your TV is through Bluetooth. So you can do that wirelessly also, so that option is available. But I always recommend going hardwire. I think you just get the better sound that way. There's no issues for, you know, any type of disconnect or anything like that. I think that, but you do have that Bluetooth technology if you do want to hook it up wirelessly, if you're going for more of a minimalistic or clean design. And then the other great thing with that Bluetooth technology that's built into the soundbar is if you're wanting to maybe play some music off an iPad or a phone, you can do that wirelessly and just have an awesome sound coming out of these speakers here versus having it, you know, on your small device like this. Another great thing with Sony is, since they are a trusted name brand in the audio field, it does have that deep sounding bass that's on the bottom of this thing. So it's a good sounding soundbar when it comes to those booms that you're wanting to look for whenever you're watching like a movie that's got like a lot of action or, you know, explosions or anything like that. You're gonna hear it with that bass technology that's built inside of this. And with the two front-facing speakers that deliver that strong, clear top, mid-range tones, you can hear voice really easily, and then it adjusts with that too. So if you're watching a TV show that possibly has somebody that's talking a little bit softly, it will adjust that to somebody who maybe is talking real loudly. Or for example, when you're watching a TV, there's my dog. But if you're watching like a TV program and then you know how it cuts to commercials, and sometimes the commercials are real loud, it will adjust based on those audio levels. So that voice enhancing feature strengthens your listening experience. It's ideal for TV content with hushed dialogue and maybe conference call quality. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and measure this soundbar so that way you guys can get an idea of what this thing or how this thing would fit in your particular space here. But from end to end, we're looking at about 22 and 3/4 of an inch from end to end. The depth on this thing is 3 3/4. The height on this thing is just under 2.5 inches. So it's a nice low profile design. So inside the box of this thing, when you do buy it, you do get batteries for the remote control. You get an optical cable, which sometimes I always recommend getting a different optical cable, and I'll link one in the description down below because they usually give you the cheapest optical cable they can find. So whenever you're hooking up with an optical cable, get a good one. But they do give you one. You get that AC adapter and then the AC power cord that plugs this thing in. So not a whole lot inside the box. Okay, now I want to give you guys a sound sample of what this thing sounds like. Now I know it's going to be hard to tell because everybody's speakers are different, whether you're listening to this thing on your smartphone or if you're on your computer, TV, whatever you're watching this from, it's going to be different. I do want to give you a sound test of this thing. I got YouTube pulled up here. I'm going to play some Andrew Apple Pie music here, mainly because he's one of my favorites that I use as far as instrumental music goes, or whenever I'm making vlogs. But we're going to use his music here and then show you guys or give you a little sound test of this is just a sound bar, volume turned all the way down on the TV, sound bar audio on. So after using this thing for a month, would I recommend it? And the answer is totally yes. I love that low profile design. And if you do have a Sony TV, this is an excellent way to complement your TV by getting this really budget price sound bar. And it performs really, really well for that price point. So after 1 month of using this thing, I would totally recommend it. I think you would be happy if you got it. If you do want it, I will have a description and a link down below of where you can get it. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys in deciding if this was a sound bar for you. If it was, go ahead and throw a thumbs up on this video. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I make tech videos all the time, and I'd love to have you back in the next one. Until then, be creative.